Michael.
Hello there, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Right.
Uh, oh, look at your
Yeah,
backdrop.
very quick, very quick. Well done. Bye.
What I love about it is that they're in so many competitions. Then I'm hoping that they'll forget they're in the league because at
well,
some point they need to drop some points.
they
Them,
they have got an issue with. Well, I don't know if they're going to forget because obviously by that video that went out during the week of that young lad going back to school, they haven't got a lot of grey matter in their team. They've got a lot of very young matter, brain matter. So I don't think they're going to forget where they are. And I did like that video. And good luck to the lad walking into
no,
school.
that was so sweet, wasn't it? The whole school came out to greet him
Yeah,
because
bet he wishes Valentine's Day was this week.
oh
I
yeah.
think you'd have got a
Oh, I
few
remember
kisses on the cheek from that.
about a year ago, Arsenal were playing at home, and I was there, and we brought on a 15-year-old, and Nawari, and everybody at the crowd are singing, "He's got school in the morning." Clearly, he did, but he didn't get such a reception as the Liverpool player. But then he did win a cup.
Yeah,
It's
the
pretty
paper,
good that
the
you're
paper.
still at school and you go win a trophy.
I know. It must be a bit gutting though to know that the other players are on 100 and something grand a week, and you're on like
50
50 bob,
quid.
50 quid and clean the boots, mate.
Yeah, they don't clean boots these days. In
No,
fact,
no.
they're all multi-millionaires before they get there. But it is quite funny, though, isn't it? It's like, yeah, I scored a goal, I won a trophy, and I'm on £10.50 a week.
Yeah.
But I played. It was great playing with Virgil on 120 grand a week. Yeah,
And that other lad scored two the other night as well, didn't he?
they
Dan's.
scored. Yeah, they in the FA Cup last night they beat
Yeah,
Southampton.
Dan.
So
Last night, wasn't it?
they are on a roll. They are still on for all four trophies. To be fair, in Klopp's last season.
So we do have to say, well done to Liverpool.
We
Sorry
do.
to the other Scousers, but well done to them for getting a few points back.
No,
That's
no.
helped them.
Yeah, the Scousers got 4 points back,
Yep.
but
So
I'm assuming they'll lose those in the next round of deductions that are coming up because them and Forest have got to have points deducted.
do you think we'll have some upset people if they do get any more points
I
deducted?
don't know who you mean.
No. No.
No, I don't. There's nobody called Derek who's in our league and will not be upset because he's an Everton fan. In fact, we have two Everton fans. We have JP as well, so we'll have two upset people.
Right. I've had enough of Liverpool. There
Yeah,
we go.
let's get back to
He did
let's get
well
back to the mighty Villa. So why have you got him up then?
because he did well at the weekend. He scored two goals. He did well. I've got him in my team, so he gave me a few points. So I thought, what the hell? Oh, I've actually got a claret shirt on today as well.
It's
There
a
you go.
bit worried about Villa because you're not falling away. By now, I thought
Yep.
we might have just started to see the fall away, but you had a little bit of a dip,
Yep.
but now you're bouncing back again.
I still reckon. I mean, I've always said this from the beginning. When they started doing well, I reckon they'll end up sixth. I don't think. Well, although now six has gone a little bit, it might be fifth. I
Yeah,
don't think they'll go any
it's
higher.
really between you and Spurs for fourth or fifth at the
Yeah.
moment, but there's plenty of
I
games to
just
go. So
can't see us. Well, who's this week? I can't see us getting any higher. We haven't had the injuries other people have had. A couple of injuries, nothing major, but we can't see. I can't see it happening. What will happen this weekend though is if Man City beat Man United, that'll do us a bit of good because that can whack them back
well,
behind. Can't
I'm kind of hoping that Man United get at least a point at Man City. Man United need to man up.
Did
Um,
you see that video that was sent out of Bruno?
what
The
he threw himself to the floor.
they've now said Man United. Ten Hag has said that Fulham should apologise for putting it out on the Fulham TikTok site. And you go, why? You should be bollocking the player for doing that and
Yeah,
thanking
yeah,
Fulham to bringing it to your attention.
exactly, and
Not
as if you didn't
bollocking
see
him.
it anyway. So you're away to Luton. Well, that's 5 goals for Watkins, then, isn't it? I mean, he can do as well as Haaland.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
I hope so.
they absolutely battered Luton. And again, I can't stand Pep when it comes to fantasy football because I've had De Bruyne in my team the last 2 games. He's only come on for a few minutes, got 1 point in 2 games. He plays the whole game against Luton and gets like 5 assists. It's just not fair.
Well, it is who do you put in? who do you put in as your midfield now? Do you go for Salah, De Bruyne? Do you go for Son? You can't have really two or three of them if you want Haaland as well. It is getting a little bit tricky. I'm contemplating getting rid of De Bruyne,
Yeah,
but then you
I
have, but then
played
you,
my yeah,
but
yeah.
he is
I played
cheaper.
my
He is
wild card
cheaper.
at the wrong time.
Well, I've got, I think I've still got my wild card, and I'm going to do that in a couple of weeks' time because there's only four matches one week in there in a
There
couple of
is
weeks.
week
Yeah,
29, which
yeah.
is also, I think, the next round of the FA Cup round we have. So
How is
it's
it?
going to be, it's going to be. I mean, this weekend was a low. Talk about low scoring weekend because there were four teams not playing. I mean,
Yeah.
bizarre. Because if I look at the European, because we had our European Cup first round of 16 first leg.
Is that the one I'm knocked out of,
And
or I'm still in?
you would, I think you might still be in that one. I'm just going to
Okay,
share my
we can
screen.
talk about that then. The other one, nah,
We can talk about it if you're in.
correct.
Yeah. Can you see my screen?
I can.
Lovely. Um, so
So can all the
basically,
viewers.
as you can see, can the viewers see? That's the point. As you can see, they're all the games are pretty close and they're all fairly low scoring, in the 40s and 50s. Only your lovely daughter scored
Oh, she's
71 points.
spanked. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
pretty
certainly has.
impressive. She's given Gaz a good spanking there.
Yeah.
And Neil and Fran are 1 point apart, and you're 6 points ahead of Jeremy B. So it's going to be a tight. So you're playing this weekend. So you better get your team. You better get your team right this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was really that. I can stop sharing now. Um,
Well,
where's our? What about
whilst
our
we're on,
diamond dogs? What?
whilst we're on about other the teams and stuff, I'll put that one up. That's my
Okay.
little slide to show people, give them a little bit of a taste of who they should have for captain this week. I'd like
Well,
to
I
I'd like to say I made this, but I did nick it off the fantasy league. So there's
talking
your
of
chances.
talking of captains, I still got a red arrow last week, and I'm still going further down the league, but I made the right captain choice. I picked Saka, not Haaland. 20 points. Haaland was only 10. So I actually did something correct. It's just the other 10 players let me
Yeah.
down again. And my
Oh,
bench,
talking
you
about
know.
other players, I looked at Kush has gone down a place, shame, but he had four players that didn't get any points. If those four players had got, say, 20 points between them, he'd have gone up another two or three places.
So was that because they weren't playing? Because there were players
Couple
not.
weren't playing. Yeah, hold on, let's have a look. Kush is going to be like the new person who's mentioned every week now, isn't he?
Yeah.
So Kush had right. He had Trippier got zero, De Bruyne zero, Palmer didn't play, and Hadgeland was didn't play zero.
Well, do you know why? Do you know why Trippier got zero?
He
Because
didn't.
Arsenal absolutely battered Newcastle. I went, so Rochelle and I went, and we had a lovely Saturday night out, 8 o'clock kickoff. So we had a
Did he
lovely
play?
meal beforehand, and we
Did
then
he
went and battered them. I mean, we spoiled our copybook by letting them score one late on, but it was Willock who used to play for us, so we don't mind that. But yeah, so another battering of another team, and Sheffield United away on Monday night. I am
play?
fingers crossed.
Yeah, the problem is though, you've got I don't know putting your a few lot in my team because you haven't got a striker really, have you?
You don't need one.
Yeah, the goalie does well.
Yeah, we don't need one. It's all those in January, all those punters. Oh well, Arsenal won't win anything because they won't do anything because they haven't got a striker. And since then, we've scored like 25 goals and let two in.
Yeah. Well, I don't know who to pick this week. I'll keep out of.
Well, I got to pick. I'm going to pick. I'm not picking Haaland.
Which way do you put your finger?
Although I just realised they're at home against Man United. Yeah, they probably will spank them, won't they?
Well, don't know, don't know. Like you said, Watkins could do a few. Who's Spurs playing? Who are Spurs
I'm going
playing?
along with. I'm going along with. So
Spurs Palace.
I'm going to stick with Saka. The thing is, so it's funny, isn't it, how punters behave? So Rio Ferdinand keeps saying that Saka's not world class. Fair enough. He's not yet. He's 22 years old. He's got a better record than Ronaldo at the same age, but it doesn't really matter. He's not. He's definitely not world class. But then he goes on about Phil Foden. Phil Foden's world class. Phil Foden sits on the bench at England while Saka's on the pitch. So I don't understand punt. I don't understand people like Rio Ferdinand. It's obviously because City won the Champions League, so therefore he suddenly becomes world class, even though his stats are not as good as Saka's. But it doesn't matter because one day Saka will
You
be.
wouldn't have given a shit about that if it wasn't an Arsenal player, would you?
No,
No.
not.
You only care because it's an Arsenal player.
It's an Arsenal player. I
So
know.
you're gonna captain him this weekend, are you?
I'm going to captain Saka again this weekend. Yeah, right. He's on a roll. Going to
Yeah,
stick.
I'm tempted to go with Watkins against Luton.
Yes.
Try and buck the trend.
Well, Luton away has been a tricky fixture for most teams, apart from obviously this week when. And I wonder if Haaland scored all his goals this week. If he's got like no goals left in his goal tank.
I mean, I do like Luton. I don't want to see Luton go down. I do like. Oh Christ, what's his name? The one who used to play for Villa recently. That went to Luton. He was on loan. Villa bought him and sold him.
Yeah. I know exactly who you mean.
God,
Ross. No.
Ross Barkley. Ross Barkley.
Yeah.
I do like him. So it's a shame.
He's definitely their best player. They are a real try-hard team, and they seem to make the effort that Sheffield United / Burnley haven't been able to.
Yeah. And any club who's got a front door of someone's house you've got to walk through to get into a stadium can't be bad, really. It just bucks a trend. It bucks a trend of having all these massive stadiums and everything. And I'd like to see them stay up. I'd like to see them stay up.
Okay, Michael. Then, if you want them to stay up, they will stay up.
Yes. So, well, enough of that. There's your little background for that. Who else we got up? I'll save that one for later on. Right.
We should share. Let me share my screen again, and we should look at our Diamond Dogs team, right? Because we are an amazing. Oh, I don't want that. What am I doing?
Technology boy, come on.
I cannot freaking drive this at all. At all can I drive this? Okay. I'm not.
We've got problems.
No, I'm not actually signed in as the Diamond Dog.
I'm signed in, so you can tell me what you want, and I'll do it.
Okay. So let me go to. So I've got to go to the league. Oh, look, I'm 68 with another red arrow. I honestly not much for, and I wouldn't mind, but I am trying, which is really, really annoying.
If you looked at our team, you'll actually see I've already made some changes.
Okay, where's the Diamond Dogs then?
We are. Where are we? We are 54.
Oh, here we go. 54. We went down.
Yeah.
Is that my fault or your fault?
That'll be yours probably. I've changed all the players that are injured, put as many as I can on the bench, and any that's fit out on the pitch, and we've still got 2 red arrows.
But if I do that, it goes back to mine. Sorry, I've got to go back to 54. 54. Don't worry, viewers. This is, as you can see, this program. The producers have been working hard on what we're going to do for weeks. So it runs very smoothly, this show.
What do you mean, viewers? Viewer.
You were. Hello, this is Wiggins from Nottingham.
And your dog.
Thank you. Back again. How's your hearing aid? All right.
It's lovely, thank you. My hip's doing well as well, thank you. The operation worked.
Lovely. How's your eyesight? Cataract? Okay, excellent.
Right. So we're in a bit of shit here.
That's a team, right? Yeah. So what have you done?
Well, I've changed it. Right. Oh, you've got a different picture than me, haven't you? Right. I've changed it. So we've got.
Well, I'd have to sign in.
All right. Yeah.
Why don't I let you share your screen?
Because I'm not with you, am I? Oh, I don't know. How do I do that?
You can. Hang on a second. Hang on. I'll stop sharing.
How do
What
I
I do
share that then?
now, what I do now is I go multiple participants can share. So you can share your screen now,
Yeah, but now I'm going to be the share screen. There we
and
go.
then we can see, or is it on a different computer?
It's on a different computer.
Don't worry, Mrs. Wiggins, we're working through our technical issues
Yeah, we're
here.
not though because it's
Fantasy HQ. While we're doing this waffle, who are you putting in room 101 this week?
hang on, I'm trying to deny. Right, I'm trying to get rid of that now. My room 101. All right. Well, whilst we're doing that, whilst we're not even going to share that, here's my room 101.
Oh yeah, I really hate him.
I
I
hate
dropped, you know.
the only reason is because you get rid of him, he scores a hat trick. Okay, admittedly it wasn't in the league, but he's obviously on a bit of fire. Why can't he do that a couple of
No,
weeks
it
ago?
was in the league.
Was it? I thought it was a cup match. See, this is
No,
where
it's
we need
It
you.
was the
This is
Monday
where we
night game. It was
yeah,
really annoying because
that
I
is it.
had him and I stuck with him and he kept getting 2 points, 2 points, two
Yeah.
points. You drop him and he gets a hat trick.
Yeah, I got rid of him a couple of weeks ago, and that's why he's my room 101 of the week this time because one, I don't know what day it is. Two, I don't know who's playing in the league and the cups. My brain's a bit scrambled. I don't really know, and he lost me points, so he's
Yeah.
my 101. Who's yours?
Mine, it would be, well, I
Oh,
suppose,
And Klopp for it every time. Going, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's great, fine, but do I have to see it every bloody 2 minutes?
oh, sorry, the celebration police.
Yeah. Well, no,
It
it's
was,
not so much that. It's just a crap celebration. That's
yeah,
what
well,
it really is.
I might actually put Claire in room 101 because last week, I got Arsenal win for one. And what does she do? She posts, all the fans left the stadium before the end. True fans should stay to the end. We battered Newcastle. What's the point in hanging around? It was 10 o'clock at night. Let's go down the pub. We didn't need to
Um,
celebrate, you know. So
I did,
Arsenal, over celebration, under celebration, you can't win.
I did have a picture of Claire, didn't I, as well?
Did you?
Um,
You
I
did,
did
yeah.
originally, but I think I've got rid of it, so I can't put it up.
So I was going to put someone else in, but no, Claire, you're in room 101.
I think we just got to stop there now. And on that bombshell,
I think we are seriously done for this weekend. The only couple of things I'd say: one, it's the second round of the European Cup, so all of you guys, and you included, who are still in the European Cup, it's all to play for to get into the last eight. Get that trophy, that shiny trophy, is in sight. Other than that, all the games kick off on Saturday afternoon. Who cares? There's no early match, which is annoying. So I can't sit and watch football for all day Saturday because all those games on Saturday afternoon will not be on terrestrial television in the UK. You
no,
Americans
Aston Villa are on again on Sky Sports,
do not understand that. What time?
5:30.
5:30. Right, tea time game. Nice. And Arsenal don't play until Monday night on the Monday night show at 8 o'clock. So I'm just gonna.
I won't be able to watch that because I'm taking my I'm taking my wife to a meet and greet chat with Judas Priest, an audience with Judas Priest, and she can't stand them.
You must be so excited.
Oh,
You are such a top husband.
the first wedding anniversary, I took her to see Alice Cooper. But
Is that the one where all the maggots came down?
oh God, blimey, no! This he's but I've got tickets to go and see them at this thing in Kingston where they do a publicity thing for the new album, and so I'm taking her there, and they sent me an email saying, "Do you want a question asked to the band or whatever?" And I thought I should have said, "What song would you serenade my wife with?" She'd have killed me. I think I'd have been divorced and dead by next week. But
Honestly, mate, I think you were very brave to even do this.
I think
Clearly,
she's
you're angling for her to get rid of you. Is
um,
this part of the strategy?
she's just very dedicated to me. She just follows me wherever I go. You know.
I take Michelle to football. No, actually, what I did on Saturday afternoon, I took her to see my friend, our friend in hospital, who's just happens to be nothing other than a talking head. And then I took her for a dinner, which was, I thought, very romantic of me. And then I took her to watch us batter Newcastle,
Well, there you
which
go.
was even more romantic.
That was even more romantic. Yeah, what's more romantic than a battering?
Right, I think we should definitely end it there.
Yeah.
It's been a blast, Michael,
Okie
but I
dokie.
think now is
And
the
well
time.
done to Liverpool. There, yeah,
Yeah, well, oh, no, please don't keep saying well done, Liverpool. They no, actually, stay in as many trophies as possible to right to the end of the season, and then a massive collapse.
what happens if they play?
I'm stopping recording. Go on. What are you going
Okay,
to say?
I was going to say, what happens if there's any games during school time? Half their squad would be gone.